What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. I am Mike, the credit guy. If you don't know who I am, I talk about everything credit. Credit cards, credit repair, how to use your credit card reward points to travel for free. Every aspect of credit is what we talk about on this channel. On today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to increase your credit score fast. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get those bell notifications every time we go live. I try to go live at least once a week, okay? And make sure to hit that like button, because if you hit that like button, we can get this out to more people and we can help more people, okay? Also, don't forget, leave some comments in the comment section. Throw some emojis in there. Drop a question in there. Sometimes I can take those questions and turn them into an entire video. Okay, I'm here to help you and guide you through your journey of everything credit, because my goal is to make credit attainable for everybody. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to teach you how to boost your credit score very fast, okay? One, you need to understand, stop letting people convince you that carrying a balance is helping your credit score, when in fact it's not. I'm going to put up a little infographic right here up on the screen, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, there's this huge myth that's always been circulating that you need to carry a balance in order to be successful, because the credit card companies, they need to show that you're using your credit card. That's not true, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I cannot stress to you enough how false that is, okay? It's important to understand the categories that are going to control your credit score and how you can control your credit score. Utilization is one of the most important categories that you need to focus on. It makes up 30% of your credit score, okay? So I'm going to put this infographic up on the screen that's going to show you the different percentages that you can carry in utilization. And always remember, utilization is the balances that are reported, not your usage, as people like to say. They say, oh, you have to report a balance, or if not, the credit bureaus, or the credit card companies show that you're not using your credit card. It's not true. Remember, utilization is coming from the balances that you are reporting, balances that are owed. So I'm going to break it down with the little infographic that's right here to make you understand that it's not going to make a huge difference, but you need to get your utilization down as low as you possibly can. Below 9% is always going to be the target goal, okay? It's very important to understand that. Now, as you can see on the little infographic right there, if you carry 0% utilization, okay, you can get up to 55 points by carrying 0 utilization, okay? Now, here is the sweet spot that everyone talks about. Now, if you carry between 1 to 6% utilization, you can potentially get up to 10 more points. Now, this is where it gets really tricky. Everyone thinks that it's a massive points game, but it's not. You should have your credit score high enough where it doesn't matter. And once you get your credit score high enough, then you can play around with these things. But when you're working on your credit score, why would you want to carry 1 to 6% utilization to get maybe 10 points? Because I may get 10 points. You may only get 6, 3, 8, 9. Everyone is going to be different, because it depends on how your credit report is structured. So carrying any type of utilization should always be looked at as a bad thing, because when you carry utilization, you're paying interest fees. Remember that. And this is the part that people don't get or don't pay attention to. Credit cards are built to not be an extension of you, but a replacement of your debit card to ensure and protect your transactions and your bank account. So nobody can ever get into your bank account. So when people are saying carry a balance, it's gonna boost your credit score, it's not true. You can see it can potentially be up to maybe 10 points if you're lucky. I'll get the 10 points because my credit file is structured completely different than everyone else's. But you may only get 8, 3, 6, whatever. But what's really important, look at how your score drops. As you increase, 20 to 49%, you're seeing a huge drop there. 50 to 89%. You see the difference there? the fastest way that you can boost your credit score is going to be by paying down your credit card balances. All right, so we got past the number one thing that you can do to raise your credit score. Pay down your balances. Don't carry up to 30% utilization because you're destroying your credit score. So remember, paying down your balances is going to be key. So now we talked about utilization. That makes up 30% of your credit score. Now there's another major part called payment history that makes up 35% of your credit score. Controlling these two categories is going to be key to your success, because if you can control both of these, you're controlling 65% of your credit score. I'm going to put the little infographic up on the screen again. That's going to show you the breakdown of every category and the maximum amount of points that you can get per category. Okay, so with payment history, you want to make sure that you never get a late payment. I cannot stress enough that a late payment just destroys your credit score. For the first 11 to 12 months, it just drops your credit score, okay? So remember, it makes up 35% of your credit score. So this is why it's high impact. When people say, oh, I just got a late payment, it's not a big deal. Oh, it's a huge deal. If you're in the market to try to get a home, a lender is going to want a minimum of 12 months of on-time payments. There's some home lenders that want 24 months of on-time payment history. And there are other lenders that are very strict that want 5 years of on-time payment history. So not only is it going to hurt your credit score, but it's going to hurt your lending situation in any situation, because when you get a late payment, you are deemed a high risk in those first 11 to 12 months, and your score tanks. So now everybody that pulls your credit report can see that you just had a late payment. Why did you have a late payment? And a lender is going to really frown upon it, and they might say, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for you. So controlling and making sure that you never get a late payment is going to be one of the most important things that you need to really focus on and understand how it impacts your credit score. So making sure that you never get a late payment again, and maximizing the amount of points that you can get. Because remember, when you get a late payment, what's going to happen? Your score is going to tank for the first 11 to 12 months, okay? It's really, really horrible. And people say, well, why did my score drop? Oh, well, you got a late payment. After about 24 months, it loses slightly past about half of the weight that's hurting your credit score. Then after 48 months, it loses about a full 90% of what's hurting your score. Then after 5 years, it's completely minimized and it's not hurting your score anymore, but it's still deemed as a delinquency. 5 years. I put that little infographic up on the screen so you can see it right there too. But it's important to understand the impact of this and how you need to control this to make sure that you can qualify for anything that you need, whether it be a car, a home, even a credit card. Some credit card issuers might seriously decline you because you had a recent late payment. Always remember, last part's the most important. All right, really quick, I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. It is called Nicole's Wish. Now, this is a nonprofit organization that was started to help grant kids' wishes. I've been working with them for a little bit over 2 years now, maybe 3, I can't remember. But what this does is we get donations in order to help Make-A-Wish grant wishes for children, okay? Now, if you go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and you make a donation on their site or anywhere like that, it goes into a big pile, and your donation goes to grant a wish, which is great, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But with Nicole's Wish, what they do is they take all those donations and they actually can grant a wish much faster. And because we've been doing this now, we've been able to grant 5 wishes. We have 4 wishes that are pending and 9 that have been adopted. So whatever you can do to make some type of donation so we can help grant these kids' wishes would be great and fantastic. And thank you. You can find that link in the description of this video so you can make a donation. All right, so we covered you need to get your utilization as low as you possibly can. Don't get any late payments. Now I'm going to get into the juicy stuff, okay? How can we also boost our credit score on top of doing those things and maintain them? Now, moving into the future, we're going to be moving into something called FICO 10T, okay, for home lending, and Vantage 4.0. Now, This isn't going to happen very fast or anytime soon. It's going to take time for them to start adapting it and using it. Now, previously, they used to use what was the FICO 2, 4, and 5 to figure out what your credit score was. Now, this model's been used for ages. It's crazy. It was about time that they revamped this. And I talked about it recently on YouTube and our TikTok shorts and stuff like that. So I recently talked about how you can boost that FICO 10T. Now, one of the biggest things that we see is there are millions of Americans that are renters in the United States. I think it's something like over 44 million renters in the United States, which is massive. And the thing about it is, a lot of these Americans are not getting any credit for any of those rental payments that they're making. So think about it. If you've been living somewhere for, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, some people have been living in these rental properties for close to 10 years. But in the most recent time frame, if you've been living in some type of rental property and you have a lease and that you're making payments that are going into a checking account, those two things are very important for this to work. You have to have a lease, and the payment has to go into a checking account that can be tracked. There is only one company that I know of that reports to all 3 credit bureaus, and you can report your rent. That is Boom Report, okay? Boom Report is literally the only company that will report your rent to all 3 credit bureaus. Now, it's great to start reporting your current rent. So like let's say this current year, okay, reporting those 12 months if you have a 12-month lease. But here's the kicker, okay? If you can manage to get your previous 24 months of on-time payments, that is going to be tremendous for your credit file, and it helps everybody with the mortgage scoring model. Realtors and lenders love this, okay? Because it's going to give you that boost that you need to get you over the hump. Moving into FICO 10T, it's going to include rental payments and utilities. So you can use Boom Report to your advantage and report those 24 months of previous on-time payments. And that is going to have an instantaneous boost to your credit score. Now, it's important to understand this is not just going to boost your FICO 10T, it's going to boost any scoring model, because if you can report those previous 12 months of on-time payments, that's 24 months of positive payment history that are just instantaneously being injected to your credit file, which is tremendous. And then you have the current 12 months that you're starting to accrue also. So it's a total of 36 months of on-time payments that are being reported by Boom Report. And remember, it's going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. There is no other rent reporting system out there that reports to all 3 credit bureaus except for Boom Report. I'm an affiliate of them. I've been rocking with them since they first started. They actually reached out to me a long time ago, and I've been an affiliate partner with them, trying to make people understand that this is super impactful to your credit file. You're renting and you're not getting any credit for it, and that's a big deal. You can find the link in my description for Boom Report. Now, there's a one-time fee of $10 and then $2 per month of them reporting your ongoing payments, okay? This isn't free. Don't come at me and say, oh, this isn't free, Mike, there's fees. No, duh. You got to get your skin in the game, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So that is the entry-level fee. So you're looking at, 24 bucks just to get started for your ongoing payments, okay? Then to report your previous payments of 24 months, it's just $25, okay? So you're looking at less than $60 to get all this reporting on your credit file and boost that credit score, okay? So link is in the description so you can go get Boom Report to boost that credit score instantaneously and start building more positive payment history, because it's 35% of your credit score, and why not impact it and get credit for all your rental payments? Because like the average cost of renting in the United States, right now I think it's like $1,400, which is insane, okay? And you're not getting any credit for that. You're not building any credit with that. Now, if you own a home, of course, those rental payments are being, those mortgage payments are being reported, but rental payments are not being reported. So take advantage of this situation and boost your credit score instantaneously. So let's recap real quick. You're going to get your utilization down as low as you possibly can, below 9%, but the lowest possible is going to get you the most points for your credit score. Making sure you don't get any more late payments because they can have a lasting effect of up to 5 years. And then start reporting your rent. Build even more positive payment history to boost and jack up that credit score instantaneously when you get those 24 months of on-time payments reported, okay? And as always, thank you for watching, okay? And if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can get bell notifications whenever I go live, whenever we drop new videos, okay? And don't forget to hit that like button also. And what's very, very important for you to remember is subscribe so you can increase your credit score.